Hello, folks. So today we team number one for software engineering. We have developed a application for HR ops folks, and the name of the application is Smart Recruit, focused on the AI assisted recruitment platform with just one motto: AI powered hiring and human centric decisions. So as we go through the application, we'll demonstrate how we have integrated Gen AI into the hiring process to help HR's interviewers and candidates fast track their process, make it more transparent, and reduce the turnaround times that HR have to give from the for the applying to the hiring flow. So that is our objective, to streamline this flow and reduce the turnaround time. The target audience which we have, and these are also the users in our applications, the HR professionals who will be responsible for managing the interview process, scheduling, and coordinating with other another members. Basically, they will assign interviewers. So, of course, interviewer who is responsible for conducting interviews and and assessing the candidate, and the key part of the application, the candidate can also uh, have their own login. They can see their scheduled interviews and stuff. The basic the main problem which we had identified, the core problem, was that to sync the interviewer schedules to match their skills along with the candidate's experience, and to generate the right set of questions is kind of an headache for HR as well as for the interviewers. So for that, basis on that, and also from the feedbacks that we have got from the industry expert folks which we have talked to, that scheduling interviews uh, uh, which could suit both candidates and interviewers across the time zones, and as well as the alignment should be proper between the interviewer and candidate. So having kept this in mind, we have developed this web application in which our front end is the Vue.js, and it's talking to the backend written in the fast API code, and the backend is connecting to AWS and MongoDB databases, and also it's talking to the GenAI agents, Gemini, AWS, and OpenRouter. The backend, the front end also, we also have a chatbot. So the front end also connects to uh, the a chatbot written in the N10 workflow. So let's have a walkthrough of the application which we have. So this is the view which HR can view. So over here on the screen, I am logged in as an HR. Here in another screen, I am logged in as an interviewer. So I can see my list of interviews, and I can see my schedule as well for upcoming interviews. And here in the screen, I am logged in as a candidate, where I can see my interview history and feedback and stuff. So let's start with the flow first. First and foremost, we can add a candidate. So let's say got we got kind of job applications, or we have identified the candidates to hire. So we find the candidate, or let's assume the candidate applied on our some another applied portal, let's say Naukri or other portals. So we get their resume, and the resumes can be passed, or even we can make this as an open to candidates, so they can upload their resume directly, and just like filling any other job applications, they can upload their resume, and it gets passed using AI. The fields gets automatically filled in, and we extract all the necessary informations from the resume, store it in a Mongo collection, so that we can feed that data to other agents later on. Okay, we got the resume pass, we got the email address, first and last name, phone number, everything filled. Let me just change some bits here. And we got the skills identified, and the skills, it's an intersection between the skills which we have and the which are there on the candidate resume, so that there's no random skills getting inserted, or the skills unidentified skills getting inserted. We make sure about that. So once we get candidate inserted, next step for us would be to create a job posting. We'll just wait a second here for data to get saved. I think in the background it's passing the resume, and we are near limiting getting reached to our token consumption. All right, let's go ahead and create a job posting. Now, while creating a job posting as well, either HR can go in and fill all these fields by themselves, or we can directly create a job posting with an AI. So, for example, let's say uh, I want to hire a, let's say, Python developer with minimum 2 years of experience. So I can just write it in the plain text and ask the GenAI to generate the job description for me, and it will automatically fill in these fields for us. Right, we got the job description created from the air right over here. It had marked down all the responsibilities in the bullet points, just as we had expected. It had added minimum 2 years of professional experience. I did some another frameworks as well that should be with Django and basic stuffs like Git. We should know based on the organization itself, and this is all embedded in the prompt. We'll see very soon. We can see the prompts and update those as well. And everywhere where we have a description field can like this, where we are typing manually, there are of course chances of having grammatical mistakes or spelling mistakes, so we can just run that star icon, which will magically refine our text. So we can have the refined version of the uh, text which we have written over there. So whether we get the refined version of the text which we have written, we can provide a comment to Gen as well that his response was very generic, or like I'm just putting random can be improved. So I can save this comment. So every Gen interaction, this gets logged into the database as request response. What we what we had, and what was the request, what was the response, and along with our comment that we dislikes it can be improved, so that later on uh, admin teams can go ahead and run an analysis on it and improve the models. That is what we can do. Let's apply these changes, and we select a job role, let's say software engineer 2, and let's post this job so that it's open for candidates to apply for it. Now we got the job created, we got the candidate created. Now next step would be to assign the candidate to the job posting. But before that, let me also show you one of the more AI feature, the AI assist for HRs, which sits right over in the dashboard, and it is the highlight of a feature kind of. So we get some suggested questions as well, and I can write a prompt or my own query in my in simple English language. So, for example, uh, who all are suitable for, let's say Python developer, because right now we just created a Python job posting, Python developer role. So I can just hit run query. It will run across our databases and give us results. There's no imagination happening for the AI. And there it is. It just gives me the list of users who are good fit for the Python developer role. It also gives me some warnings that hey, investigate that there could be multiple sales channel in the profile. So it gives me email address as well. So that's good. It also giving me that hey, all three sales channel matches for the Python developer roles. So and run some analysis. So it saves a lot of times over here. I do not have to run across the menu options or even databases. I can even say get me candidates suitable for .NET developers, or can I hire this person? I can even search by name. So all that things happen. There's no candidate found. The database returns zero candidate matching for a .NET developer kind of. And it gives me like some recommendations as well. How can I potentially attract more candidates? So there's no direct action step to be taken from here, but yeah, that can be easily connected. All right, now let's go to our next step, and we got job postings, we got candidates. So I can go to a candidate, and the AI suggested that Shreyas is a good fit, and we can create a direct redirect from there as well. But for now, let's just take a little manual effort to go to this person which we recently created and assign them to the job post which we have. Now, before we do that, let me show you one more AI feature. We do not have any job applications assigned by this candidate right now, but I want to see what all jobs this person uh, uh, is suitable for. So we send the skills passed from here and whatever job descriptions which we have in our database basis, and all the information that was there in this CV. We pass all of this to GenAI and ask it to uh, get us uh, job matches along with how many skills match, if there are any skill gaps. So if like I can compromise, let's say I want to uh, immediately hire a backend developer if I can compromise on some of the skills. So it gives me that all that detailed information I can have. Now, if this is not satisfactory, I want to learn more about the candidate. Of course, we have a chat feature here directly being served from NA10. I can show you the workflow. Workflow is straightforward as such. Yeah, it hits this, then it's connected to a MongoDB. It fetches the candidate records, and it have its in memory database as well uh, to store the candidate chat history and to store the session. So basically each user uh, conversing about a candidate is a private session, so it stores all of that information. So here I can ask like, does this, let's say, candidate have let's say maybe have database skills. Let's say I want to know that. So I do not have to go through all the CV and even those skills I mentioned here, but yeah, I can get that. Let me ask something which is not very visible on the UI, or which could be more you get from in-depth from the CV. Have this uh, candidate experienced with, let's say, writing Python code maybe. I may pass some mistakes, but yeah, let's try. Can send it. It will study about all the information that we have about this, and it says yes, it has have experience with Python. It's listed under explicit programming languages in the skills section. So it's returning that from my CV and whatever information it have available. To an extension, we can also ask him to pass my LinkedIn profile and answer questions from there. That also we can do. Now, let me go back. Let's assign this candidate to Python developer mid-level, which we just created. Let's assign this, and we will go ahead and try and schedule an interview for this candidate. Yeah, because after scheduling an interview, the interviewer's roles comes into picture, and there are ton of features, GenAI backed features for interviewers as well, like having the getting question bank and We'll move this person to screening. We will. So we just have to follow the uh, flow that has been configured. Now we can go ahead and schedule an interview for this candidate. Let's go ahead, interviews here, and we are scheduling for Shreyas. Interview type, I can select technical backend. Now, I don't know what are the skills of this person and who could be the perfect match in my organization. So let me just hit AI suggestion. So it will find out all the interviewers that are available, most importantly that are available and who matches the skill set. Now there could be a lot more interviewers, but if they are not available, then it would not suggest it over here. So here Alex, here I'm logged in as Alex, who's an interviewer. So here I can go ahead and in the as a settings I can mark my availability. So on how many days I'm available, or what are my working days, I can set those, and so it will help AI to pick the correct interviewer. So that also solves the problem of going through people's uh, people's calendars and finding the correct time, because now the candidate and interviewer can be in different time zones. So we'll see that right over here. So I just hit the button to uh, throw a query to Gen AI to figure out all the uh, time windows in which Alex is available, and in which also candidate I haven't stated their availability, but if I go to candidate section, they can also uh, set their availability. Okay, we don't have that, but we'll try to match the best available time considering both interviewers time zone, which is EST, and the candidate time zone as well. I think when I create a candidate, I haven't set the time zone, so it's considering it as universal time. But I can pick any of the time zones. I got 300% match and 194% match. We can there's also explanation why about these matches. We are just not showing on the UI here, but AI does gives us the explanation about these matches. If you want, we can do that also here. So I can hit schedule interview. So I got the interviewer and time of using the AI. Now I can also have some list of questions set as a predefined, which will help our interviewers to refer to and ask the interview questions better, because while you are taking interview, there could be a lot of things goes into your mind. So therefore this is uh, the question bank helps you to keep your mind focused on the candidate and ask the questions. At the same time, we can generate the AI generated questions. Now it is tailored for this. Now the reason it appeared so immediately without clicking the button, we have background jobs running with just two things. It as soon as we schedule the interview, the background job gets kicked off, and it goes to AI, gives it the role we are applying for, gives it the interviewer details, gives it the candidate details, and generate a tailored interview questions for the specific candidate. And all of this follows the same certain pattern that all is set in the template. I will show you that also HR or admin can configure their templates. Now, oh, I see this is the could be an oh, this is a completed one. Sorry, okay, let's see one which we just scheduled. Let me refresh. For that also, I guess we should get the AI generated question pretty quickly because of the background job as I mentioned. So in upcoming interviews, I have shared right over here. I can go in details. We got the details. Now let's check AI questions here. I got it pretty fast because of the background job. And the same chatbot which we had there for HR, we have it here. It can ask a lot of questions about the uh, candidate. Does this candidate, mm, how is the coding profile of the candidate. I can ask it, add it will run across my resume, because that's the main piece which we have about candidate. But yeah, we can, as I said, we can attach more sources to the N10 to get right. I have the question feedback, and now I can take the interview, give the feedback. The candidate performed well. Submit the feedback. Then, I give it 3 or 5, and now once interviewer submits the feedback, now HR comes into picture. The role of the HR would be to analyze this feedback and close, make a decision whether to hire or no hire, right? So they can go ahead here, see the feedback given by the HR, but at the same time they can also review what AI has to say based on their interview transcript. Now, in an ideal world, there would be interview happening on a platform. It would be recorded. That transcript would be generated. If you connect with Zoom Workplace or uh, you know uh, Zoom Workplace or Teams or Google Workspace, any of the workspace, it will generate the transcript along with recording. We couldn't have that. Oh, I forgot to show you one more thing. Even before the interview happened, as a candidate, you have it as your upcoming, but I already marked it as completed. So mm, I'm not sure if you can generate the learning plan, but as a candidate, you can use AI to generate a learning plan for your upcoming interview. Yeah. Let me see if I can. Okay, we'll find a candidate. We'll log in as them, and we'll show you that feature. Now, once this interview is completed as an interviewer, now this can come from an integration with third party or enterprise level applications. But for now, we are considering, okay, we some from somewhere we got the transcript, and we can upload this transcript here to get to view AI in the action. So let me just pick a transcript, and I can get you that. So I used where is here? We need to give it a. Okay, I don't have a transcript. In the meantime, is there anything else anyone wants to share? Yeah, and once you upload the transcript, we will get the generated feedback as well. So there could be transparency for. Let's find an interviewer which is upcoming or which is scheduled. For example, this for David Kim. Let's logging as this candidate, so I can show you the learning learning journey implementation. So let's logging as David Kim. Can also try and upload the transcript. we assigned as a David Kim. This person have a interview upcoming. Now there's a it can help him to prepare by generating a preparation guide using GenAI. Okay, I think because we have same server, it's mixing two calls. Or we'll circle back to that. But I had uploaded the transcript. I got an AI generated summary. The recommendation is higher. It highlights my strengths and area of improvements very clearly. Similar, as an HR, I can go there, review the transcript, and mark that person as an offer or rejected as I need. There's also a lot of analytics that HR persona can view and take action upon to keep in check how their know uh, uh, workflow is processing and who are the top interviewers, how fast is the application proceeding and how many applications are we receiving, etc. We can, as I mentioned, all the communication that are happening are very configurable. So all the templates that are being used to generate the AI related content, let's say the AI job posting, right here we can edit the template. So in future we do not if we want to if we want the AI model to behave differently, we do not have to go ahead and edit the code. We can change the uh, prompt right from here and set the context for the Gen AI. So that is all the features that we have majorly embedded into this application, and we uh, hope and aim to make the recruitment process faster using these features. Let's give it a one more try if we can get an preparation guide. We can we do have a lot of we have a notification section as well where you as an HR also you get notifications about events happening. I can use AI to summarize all the notifications which I got, and I get a very good view about what tasks it's my very urgent um, attention, and it is grouped by different application stages. Like this has person has submitted the interview feedback. There are new application IDs that we have received, so we get a nice uh, summary of the notifications that I have. I can of course regenerate it or give a thumbs down response as well for admins to tune the AI more. Yep. So that is all the features that we have integrated in these GenAI powered recruitment applications. I think we are good. Uh, these are the major features we can. eh,
Mm. Thank you, Shreyas, for this nice demo.